Here to discuss, founder and chair of Free and Equal Elections, Christina Tobin. Christina, always great to see you. Thank you for rejoining the program. So the Supreme Court essentially ruled the president was unjustified in issuing these sweeping tariffs under EPA. And he does have some options here. There are workarounds to his tariff strategy. He can use sections of the Trade Act to impose tariffs on very specific countries, but he isn't doing that. He's imposing what he calls this global tariff, 15%. It does have a time limit, 150 days. What are your thoughts on his approach?
It's a big topic. I think, what Trump is trying to do is to bring business back to the United States, but the people, the independent sector, we don't want more taxes. We're seeing more inflation than ever, grocery prices going up. So it's really a battle. There's no solution at this point in time of what direction Trump should go in, but the people do not want more taxes overall. They want to get rid of the taxes, including the income tax, which Trump has talked about doing should this tariff go through.
Well, I do want to ask you about some of the implications, what this means for everyday consumers. But first, to start, this move in and of itself, his latest, also has some legal vulnerabilities, and there are questions about what comes next after this 150 days. What are your thoughts along both of those lines?
I mean, we can look at the war in Iran, and he just pushes forward and doesn't seem to follow the legal ramifications. He doesn't listen to Congress. He doesn't listen to the Constitution. And this is wrong. I believe in the Constitution. And so the legal ramifications, he says what he's doing is right. It's argued that he's not. As I've researched more, it looks like he can legally do this, unlike going into war with Iran, which is a whole other topic.
Well, in terms of, putting some constraints on what he can do, his presidential powers, how it's viewed through the eyes of the Constitution, there are many Republicans who are saying they understand the legality of this ruling, and it's good that this decision was made because it's the proper decision to make. But then there are also questions about what this means for businesses who paid these tariffs, others who paid these fines in the meantime or fees in the meantime. How do you see those conversations evolving? And do you believe there'll be refunds given?
I do agree that the legalities look okay on this topic, unlike quite a few others. But we're going to see a spike in prices overall. Households are probably going to expect to pay around $600 to $800 more per year. This is not the direction that the people want to go in. This is not why they elected Donald Trump. We're funding an unsustainable system. The big, beautiful budget bill, the lone Representative Thomas Massie voted against that unsustainable bill. And here we are increasing more taxes and tariffs. When Trump ran for office, we voted for a candidate or for a presidential candidate that said he would get rid of the income tax, or he's indicating now he would end the Fed. He's done nothing to end the Fed. And I think a lot of trust, unfortunately, has been broken. I see the good that's been done, but America deserves better. And we do not need higher rates across the board. We are hurting right now. And the American sector is not a support. The independent that is sector is not supported of any tax hikes for that matter.
And then on the flip side, some Republicans making the argument if these refunds do come through, it'd be a major boost to the economy. Also, there are questions about the deals that have already been done. What does the future of those deals look like now? Christina Tobin, thank you for weighing in. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me, as always.